Hey everybody, and welcome to the Voice Pollution Podcast.
Welcome.
Is your boy Sick Boy O'Banion.
And here it is, Don Opaz.
Here he is, the man of the hour. The hour of the man, and the man of the ancient times. The man, the god, the phenomenon, Don Opaz.
That's right.
Yeah, how's your week been, Don?
It's like Groundhog Day.
It's all over again.
Yeah.
You've been nurturing those old geezers.
Yeah, that's true.
Taking care of their needs and wiping their asses.
That's it. Yeah, that's true.
Drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much the same for me.
Okay.
I actually came into the nurse business also.
Okay, didn't know that, but
Yeah.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, many people don't know that.
Yeah, I can see.
I do it as a sort of moonlight gigs.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to rob some kiosks before, but now I just take care of the elderly.
You got guilty conscience.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Because pretty much. No, but the fact of the matter is that I haven't done much of anything in the last couple of days. Just
chilling.
Just chilling, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, and it fits for me perfectly because I'm great at doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the best of that.
One of a kind.
Yeah, that profession is just made for me.
Okay.
Especially, yeah.
It's good to know that you're good at something.
Yeah, I'm also great at playing Cuphead.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually 300%ed that whole fucking game just a few days ago.
Okay, so those two things are
your
thing.
They are mine to keep, and nobody can take that Cuphead skill away from. Although I'm not that great of a Cuphead player, because all those, there's one of those challenges where you have to just pick one weapon or something, and just stick to that one weapon, or not use any of the the superpowers or what have you. And I suck at that so bad. I tried some of those Cuphead mods where the game is like 10 times harder.
Okay.
I can't get even past the vegetables.
Ah, those fuckers.
Yeah, but it's really literally 10 times worse.
Okay.
It's the whole screen is full of different projectiles, and it's a hard ass gig, but I applaud anyone who actually can manage to complete one of those levels.
Yeah, you gotta give some respect to those.
Yeah. I'm what you call a very casual video game player, I'm if one of the reasons that I actually like a video game is if they have a really good plot. If the story is good.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I used to love those point and click adventure games.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, Monkey Island and stuff.
Yeah.
Zack McCracken, Maniac Mansion, Leisure Suit Larry. It was the best because he was hunting for some pussy. I want pussy for free. Larry.
Yeah.
Lawrence Libier. I know. Lawrence of Labia. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah, we should.
Let's move on. Do you have an album of the week?
Well, I can say one album that I've been listening. Is Nirvana's Unplugged.
Oh, okay, that's a really good pick.
Yeah.
With Pat Smear on guitar, and featuring Chris and Kurt Kirkwood.
Yeah, from the Meat Puppets.
The Meat Puppets, yeah, and it's the track listing is perfect.
Yeah, but it's kind of sucks because I've been put it on in YouTube.
Yeah.
And the adverts.
Yes. But don't you have that on CD too?
Yeah, but I don't put that on 5 in the morning.
Oh, so. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah. But it's a great gig, and I just love it that the whole setup for the show is like it looks like a funeral. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Kurt was that was foreshadowing. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. And it has the perfect balance of their own songs and cover songs.
Yeah, that's true.
3 Meat Puppets covers and the Vaselines, you know.
Yeah, and one Lead Belly.
Yeah, you know, Kurt goes, "This was written by the Vaselines."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I actually like that, you know, Live and Loud, that live show.
Oh, yeah.
It has the in utero songs that you normally don't hear.
Yeah, by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
true.
Yeah, Sure the Servants, and I think it even has like Francis Farmer.
Yeah.
You know, the deep cuts.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
and maybe Aneurysm.
Yeah, I think Aneurysm. But that's one of those songs that they always play on their live shows.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's not even on In Utero anyway, but it's on
Yeah.
that album though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so mine's a little different though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I've been listening to loads of Green Day. But it's not a Green Day album this time.
Okay.
So have you ever read? There's a story on the booklet of Green Day's Kerplunk album about this fictitious girl called Lori L.
I don't think I've ever read that, but maybe you've been talking about that.
Yeah, can't remember.
Yeah.
But she was this nutcase who killed her own parents just to go see Green Day live.
Ah, okay.
Because her mom and dad wouldn't let her go see the show.
I think you talk about because now that I remember.
Yeah, I found it when I was a kid. I found it. Back then, I was pretty much afraid of everything, but that was a really disturbing story because she poisons her mom and dad.
Oh.
Putting some pills on their mashed potatoes, and then they just like drop dead, you know.
Okay.
Which reminds me, have you ever seen the movie Drop Dead Fred?
No, I don't think so.
Don't watch it. It's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It has what was that guy called? One of those the young ones actors, Rick.
Oh, the
Mayall.
Mayall.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rick Mayall. He's the starring man, but I think it's for kids. The movie's for kids, so it's not for you.
Okay.
So don't watch. I just found it on BitChute a few days ago.
Okay.
And I was thinking because we watched the movie Richie Rich
a couple of times ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought maybe we could watch Drop Dead Fred, but if there's absolutely nothing else to watch,
then we could watch that. But
yeah.
Okay.
But it's the L'Oreal story. I just read it for the last time in a few years. It's really, now that I read it as a grown up, it's actually really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it even has Trey Cool quoting Ice Cube songs and bitch killer. You know? Yeah, it's funny, and then it even has part where Billy Joe lies to the girl that they're drinking milk out of beer bottles.
Oh.
That they just.
And she believes.
Yeah, because she's a dumbass.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah, but for my actual album of the week pick, well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
It could be just the one that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
By that guy Dijon,
the
R&B dude. Because he's the closest thing I'll ever get to Frank Ocean. Because,
I remember you talk about that.
Yeah, but I didn't do it on air, and now I'm doing it on air. Yeah. He has a song called Rodeo Clown.
Okay.
And then he has the same, vulnerable. He sounds very, very fragile on the.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
vulnerable. Yeah, it's a hard word.
It is.
Vulnerability. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Okay.
The Rodeo Clown song. Yeah, he actually cries at the end of the song.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It's a beautiful song. And it's not the same kind of crying as with Jonathan Davis on the Korn song. Because that's more like, going into having a meltdown than crying. I was having a complete blackout during this fucking album of the week. It's not even that, it's not even that serious anyway. I could just pick something and you wouldn't even know I wasn't listening.
Actually, that's true.
But Ill Communication by the Beastie Boys. We just watched the Letterman show with the Sabotage. Yeah, it's a great live show. Or just the one song. Yeah. And I couldn't remember that I had been listening to that and Check Your Head and Hello Nasty. They were all Beastie Boys records.
Yeah.
I've been listening to those for the last week, and I couldn't. It was just, it's amazing when sometimes you're just, you think of, you're trying to focus on something and you can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I can relate to that feeling, yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually, this has happened before with the album of the week portion. Usually just when we pick the topic, I'm just going to go for it and just with the facts and fact after fact. But it's almost like the very few times that I'm actually doing some freestyle and managing somehow.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember any of my so-called I think they're called callback topics. That if you're having the blackout, you just go back and remember some of the ones that you have actually thought of before.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get right back on track, but even then you can't remember those, and then you're fucked. You're completely fucked.
Yeah.
And then you just go with the cat pat. Cat, bag, hat, pat,
Yeah, that's true.
Go with the nursery rhymes, and that's not good either.
No.
Yeah, but I suck at freestyle anyway. I should have done that when I was younger, and I had a much better memory.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
Yeah, and my imagination is not either what it used to be. So
yeah, for me too.
Yeah, this rap shit, we should have done this when we were younger.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you're older than me.
Yeah, good reminder.
You're Unk.
Yeah, I'm Unk.
Yes. Well, if Snack Homies has an Unk, I think Voice Pollution should have an Unk too.
And that's me.
Yeah. Unk is zestiness on some oopsie poopsie-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I'm actually really embarrassed by the fucking album thing. We have made this rule that we never ever put this on pause. Because we just do it raw and uncut.
Cut, yeah, but
I don't want to go on like minute after minute trying to remember one album title.
Yeah.
Even though the Beastie Boys, I usually start watching their music videos, and then I just proceed into listening to the records.
Yeah.
And
but their music videos are really good.
Yeah. They usually have, like I said before, I love a good story.
Yeah.
And a music video that has a plot is a bonus for me.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I think Sabotage is one of the best music videos of all time. Yeah. And I think sometimes you just want to hear, I want to hear some hip hop with instrumentation, like with the Roots and,
Yeah.
Those are rap versus rock, if you will.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kyle Mooney.
Yeah.
He was the ultimate Kirk Fitzpatrick rap rock guy. Rum DNZ, one of the best, if not the best.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, okay. But we do have actually some real topics to discuss today.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah. Would you like to start with yours?
Okay, so have you been listening to this guy lately?
Yeah, actually, I dedicated last night to only hearing this guy's voice.
I remember you mentioned on your...
Yeah, but I actually did that instead of just lying to you and then listening to something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I did listen to 3 records of this guy.
Okay.
Who's that guy, by the way?
That guy is John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yeah, where this time we're not just gonna like name drop him on like some unrelated note.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna talk about
John Lennon.
But we'll make a rule right now.
Okay.
That for the duration of this podcast, we're not gonna say his name like that because while it's funny to us, it may be not to
funny.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't funny the first time, but it's to us so. Yeah, but you wanted to talk about Lennon because I know you're a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was like something in my 20s when I first heard the Beatles.
So do you like Beatles music?
Yeah, actually I do.
I do too. I think I was maybe 6 or 7. For the longest time, I actually thought that Snoopy versus the Red Baron, that's the Beatles song, but it's not.
No, it's not.
But it's from the same era, from the 60s, though.
Okay.
My brother had a friend who he dubbed some random songs on a tape for me.
Yeah.
And I think he had recorded it from the radio.
Oh.
And it did have, I think Love Me Do was on that and She Loves You.
Yeah.
And those are like real Beatles songs.
Mm.
But then the Snoopy versus the Red Baron was also on the tape, and that's why I thought it was by them.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It doesn't even sound like John Lennon.
I don't think I've ever heard that song, by the way.
Yeah, it's a very catchy song. One of those. It was a hit back then.
Okay.
But I think it was some one hit wonder.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember actually which Beatles song was the first one I heard.
Okay.
But I think it was something from the early years.
Yeah.
Like Love Me Do or...
Yeah. I was a huge fan of the song Day Tripper when I was a really, really small kid.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I borrowed from our library, our public local library, had some tapes you could borrow.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why there was a book with the tape.
Yeah.
But that was I think it had the notes to the songs and the lyrics.
Okay.
And only just instrumentals, so I was really bummed out by that.
Yeah. In our library there were only just it wasn't even a studio album. It was the red collection with the yellow number 1 on the cover.
Okay, but they're like two different things.
Oh.
Yeah, the red collection is the one that was actually released in the 70s, and the one that has the number 1 on the cover, that's from like early 2000s.
Okay, that it's the last one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking that we're just calling it the red album.
Yeah.
The blue album, and the red and the white, because that's like the three. Those two are compilations, and the one is a studio album.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think the red album is the best way you can start listening to the Beatles, because it has the love songs.
Yeah.
But it also has one of Lennon's finest, like Norwegian Wood, and the songs from Rubber Soul that are like the best for me.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
Yeah, and it's just they are much more accessible than the ones on the blue, which that has like those Strawberry Fields Forever. Even I Am the Eggman, I think, one of the psychedelic songs. More from Revolver and White Album.
Yeah.
And I think it's better that you start with the red album.
It is. And actually, I think it was the Limingo Art School time that I heard the first one, the Blue album.
Okay, yeah.
Because I went there to the library, and there I found out more interesting albums than my hometown.
Even though the selection wasn't good either.
No, but they had the Sex Pistols
Oh,
Yeah, never mind the bollocks.
Yeah.
And it's the time in Liming that I heard the first time. Never mind the bollocks.
Yeah, you're so.
I'm a late bloomer.
Yeah, very much so. You're so delayed on all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I can see it. I can see it now.
Come on, dude! I heard "Never Mind the Bollocks" when I was like 10 years old. I'm so much better person than you.
Yeah. I have to admit that.
Even though I don't even nurture the old geezers.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm still a better man than you.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not in any way. But John Lennon, I think he was the best songwriter in the band.
Yeah, and he was the one who was the most interesting of those four.
Even though most of their songs are credited to both Lennon and McCartney at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like until they started with the psychedelic stuff, and then they had like those soul credits to their own. McCartney had those goofy songs, those dorky songs like Maxwell Silverhammer and stuff. Then George Harrison, he had those trippy songs, you know.
Yeah.
The one on Sgt. Pepper, you know, with or without, whatever.
Yeah.
Ringo, I think Here Comes the Sun was by him.
Yeah, it is actually, yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, Lennon had all those... Well, Norwegian Wood is one of my favorite Beatles songs, so I'm going to refer to that.
I have to say, "Come Together" is mine.
Yeah, that's also a Lennon song.
Yeah, but it's credited also Lennon McCartney.
Also, even though, despite the title, the ballad of Yoko and John, that's a very good song too.
Yeah, actually it is. Yeah.
And Revolution is also by him. Both Revolutions. I think even Revolution 9 is by him, but
actually, I think so too. Yeah.
But that's more like just a sound collage.
Yeah, it is.
But then the Beatles call it quits after Let It Be.
Yeah, in 1969, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but they still went on with their solo careers.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney with the Wings at first. I'm not sure what Ringo did. I haven't ever heard his songs.
No, me neither.
Or George. But
George made his first solo in 1971, if I can remember.
Okay. Yeah. George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Watch out for that tree. You know.
Yeah.
But I always thought that John Lennon's solo career is the most interesting one.
It is actually.
Yeah.
And yeah. He made his first solo Plastic Ono Band 1970, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I think, is still his most strongest one. Because he exposed himself to... throughout the whole record, he sounds very, very hurt by his mother and... other people, and he's very fragile, you know, and very much giving all of his because he had as I think he was sometimes he had trouble expressing himself, or admitting to stuff that he had problems.
Yeah,
which he had a lot because he wasn't always, you know, the best of the best.
He wasn't the nicest guy.
No, yeah, he kept smacking Cynthia up very much, and that I'm not sure if he ever had those problems with Yoko, but he was.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did some domestic violence, and that's not good ever. But I think later on he had a more stable relationship with Yoko Ono.
Yeah, it was actually, and it was kind of he had this legendary Lost Weekend. Have you heard that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was like from 1973 to 1975.
Okay.
He wasn't with Yoko. He moved to Los Angeles.
Was that the era with the album Mind Games that
Yeah,
they were separated? Yeah.
Yeah, Mind Games came in '73, and then he made that. Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't have that telephone. I have written. It was the.
I think Walls and Bridges came.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because in '75 he had that cover album of
Rock
those
and Roll.
old '50s rock and roll songs.
Yeah, because he loved those.
Yeah, he was always a fan of old rhythm and blues and rock and roll.
Yeah.
And when the Beatles first started out playing with Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe, and they actually played in Hamburg.
Yeah, they went there.
Yeah, they played just some rock covers and R&B covers, because back then it wasn't a given that the band played their own songs.
No.
They actually played mostly just covers, and then just little by little on the albums they got their own songs.
That's true, yeah.
Until it went like completely backwards, and then all of the songs were their own.
Yeah.
The originals,
Yeah, and in '75 he made that cover album.
Called Just Rock and Roll.
That's true. And then he didn't do anything until Double Fantasy in '80.
Yeah, Double Fantasy is a great record, and I think we should mention Imagine too, because we didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
because the title track had a lot of to do with of his own fate. What ended up happening to John Lennon had a lot of to do with songs like Imagine, where Lennon is preaching to other people about how you should give up your possessions and not just collect stuff and shit you don't need.
Yeah.
And while he didn't mean anything by that, he wasn't thinking of himself as a god who gets to say to people how they should think or give up their stuff. But that ended up playing a huge role in what happened to him.
Do you still nowadays listen that Imagine song?
Well, I heard it just last night, so I actually didn't skip any of the songs. But I think the strongest track on that record is by far Jealous Guy, because it's just an honest track. Again, he's apologizing for being an asshole. So at least he had some, like, he was very self-aware about that.
Wasn't that song some connection to the behavior he used to Cynthia?
Yeah, that actually is an apology to Cynthia.
I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah, so at least while it doesn't actually like compensate for him hitting his own ex-wife, I at least give him some respect for realizing some of the mistakes that he made. Yeah, he was trying to be a better man, and I think that actually counts for something.
Yeah, and every one of us makes mistakes in our lives. So
yeah, the Double Fantasy record is also the one. I think at this point we should mention that John Lennon was murdered by this lunatic called Mark Chapman.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still alive and doing his sentence. And he actually got in his head that because he was reading too much into Holden Caulfield, Catcher in the Rye.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
He was talking about phonies, and he thought that John Lennon is a phony.
Yeah.
And that he must be killed for some stupid reason. And then he took his copy of Double Fantasy and went to what was the city? It was New York.
New York, actually. Yeah.
New York. With his copy of Double Fantasy to get an autograph and to get close to John Lennon.
Yeah, he waited the whole day.
Yeah, just to whack his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. First he got signed the autograph.
Yeah.
And later on that night, when John and Yoko were coming back
from recording some, I think they were recording something for the last album, Milk and Honey, which was a posthumous album.
Yeah.
But John's parts were they were done by the time it was released in, I think, 84.
Yeah, 84 it is, yeah.
Released by Yoko and the estate of John Lennon.
Yeah.
But people are reading too much into that supposedly John Lennon asked Mark Chapman if he wanted anything else.
Yeah.
But that was, I think it was because the idiot was just like staring at him, not saying anything. So it's, I think it was a complete natural reaction for him to say that. Do you want anything? Do you need anything else?
And I think John got used to people staring. So
yeah, wasn't Mark Chapman supposed to kill someone else at first, like Bowie or Mick Jagger or someone?
I think so too, but
yeah. We should watch the movie with Jared.
you mean
John Lennon.
You mean chapter 27?
Yeah, that actually is despite the fact that we always make fun of that Jared's performance, it actually is a really good film.
Yeah, and the guy who plays John Lennon in that film is actually called Mark Chapman.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
so
that's a funny. It's I always thought it was too weird of a coincidence.
Me too, but
why the fuck did they have to like cast Lindsay Lohan to that role?
I don't know.
She's always so bad at anything that she does.
But maybe she was at that time that big of a name, so they wanted to.
Yeah, just connections,
Yeah, they thought that the film would get more hyped.
Yeah, even though it's a relatively like obscure film nowadays, not many people know about its existence.
No, actually, and I think we watched it together like 2 or 3 times already.
At least, and we plan to watch it again.
Yeah,
very soon,
sometime.
Yeah, because I want to hear Jared ask the cabbie, "Do you like Beatles music?" He just asked front and center.
Yeah,
but that was the duration of John Lennon's solo career. It started with the Plastic Ono Band.
Yeah.
He also made this record that we didn't mention at all, called "Sometime in New York City."
Yeah.
And that's a really, I think it's an underrated one.
I think so too, because all the other albums get more publicity, or
I think it was just a disappointment to the public after the record that was very personal.
Yeah.
And this one's much more like political.
Yeah.
It has a song about the what's that called, the Irish massacre, Bloody Sunday.
Bloody Sunday, or bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the controversial song "Woman."
Yeah, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
actually.
it's a really good song.
Yeah,
but I can kind of get why it would create the controversy.
Yeah,
yeah. But the song is really good, and overall, I think the albums, the studio side, that's really good.
Yeah, it is.
The live stuff is pretty weird because they made it with Frank Zappa, so it's natural that it's weird, but. Yeah, it's not that bad. It wasn't a flop, even though, it was a commercial flop.
Yeah, but I don't think I would. Blackout.
Worse than mine, by the way.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
So Milk and Honey was the last one. I don't think they even released anything after that. It's just been compilations after that.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He has some really good singles too, like Instant Karma. That's a
really good.
Shine on. I actually don't like the Mind Case album too much. The songs are the A side is fine.
Yeah.
But the B side, there's some filler in my opinion.
Yeah. But overall, it's always some comes a time when I put some song
Yeah.
on because
You
it's
have
timeless.
Yeah, you have the double compilation, Working Class Hero.
Yeah, that's true.
Working Class Hero is a great song too.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah, it even got some radio play despite the fact that it has a lot of F-bombs on it.
Yeah, and sometimes I listen to that too much, so I wanted to take a break from that song.
Yeah. Green Day also has a fine cover of that,
Okay.
in my opinion, at least. Yeah, he has a very, very impressive. I can't say that I agree with most of his politics because
Me neither. Yeah.
he got a little bit preachy at points.
Yeah. Maybe when I was younger and just got to know him,
Yeah,
I maybe
yeah,
thought the same, but nowadays.
yeah. You were a young, idealistic chap back in the days, and now you're just too cynical to agree with anything that he wrote. Also, we should mention that he actually dropped some stuff with Yoko, like they're like extended versions of the song Revolution #9. They were just sound collages with noise and sound clips and people talking and screaming. Of course, Yoko was screaming, and the wedding album. There was at least 3 of those. You know.
Yeah.
You can always find those on discount at record stores.
For some reason, yeah.
Yeah, for some strange reason.
Yeah, I remember when we listened actually together the Double Fantasy LP.
Yeah.
That I got some. I've been bought it from.
It was from a thrift store. I actually have that copy still.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember that John Lennon songs were really good, but those Yoko songs.
I'm not sure about that. I actually like those Yoko songs nowadays. Kiss, Kiss, Kiss is really, really good.
Okay, I haven't actually heard those
After that.
Yeah.
You should. You should though.
Maybe I should.
They're actually just overall the whole Double Fantasy record. I think it's really solid.
It is actually, yeah.
You just said they're not. You just dissed those Yoko songs.
I meant John Lennon songs.
Okay.
Because there's 2 of my all-time favorite.
Okay, so do you have so what's those 2, by the way?
Watching the Wheels.
Yeah.
And Just Like Starting Over.
Yeah, Just Like Starting Over is a great song. And Beautiful Boy is also really good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's I'm not sure if that's a John or a Yoko song, but it's a no skips album for me. Double Fantasy. Also, Plastic Ono Band, no skips. Walls and Bridges is pretty good too.
Haven't heard that actually.
Yeah, that has a cover art of John as a kid playing. I'm drawing of a kid playing football.
Okay.
Yeah. It also has I have his discography box set on CD and vinyl. And the vinyls even have posters and everything that came with the original pressings of the records.
Okay.
And it was on discount, so it cost me like 100 euros or something. And I think it has like 6 or 7 records, so it's worth the price too.
By the way, what's your opinion from that album, Milk and Honey? Because I haven't heard that.
I think it's pretty good. The Yoko songs are not as good on Double Fantasy.
Okay.
And the John songs, some of them actually sound pretty much incomplete.
Oh, okay.
You ain't paid, then your grade is incomplete. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give it... From the scale of like 0 to 5, I'd give it like from 3 out of 5. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty good.
Yeah, I'm glad that they included that on the box set because the wedding album and the shit records they're not there. And then,
Thank God.
Yeah. I wouldn't have wanted to pay for them. So
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, and the box is very heavy
Yeah.
as it is, so it's good that they excluded those.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear them. They might be for someone who likes to do research on John and Yoko, or just hear them like once.
Yeah.
But
And some hardcore collector.
Yeah, they should have like included some music like between the sound collages, so it would have made more sense. But as it is, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay.
So
was that all we have about John Lennon?
I think so too, because
John Lennon. Yeah.
do you like Beatles music?
I actually do like Beatles music. Do you like Beatles music?
I like Beatles music.
Yeah. Beatles music likes me.
Okay.
Yeah. And for everyone who hasn't seen the movie Chapter 27,
Yeah.
go watch it now.
Now.
Even if you hate Jared Leto, because he had to get fat for the role.
Yeah,
So
that's
just
true.
just laugh at the fact that he got fat for the role. Back then, I can like appreciate, Jared Leto, that he wants to be an actor like 110% at least.
Yeah.
150%.
At least.
But sending used condoms and dead rats to Margot Robbie for, with
yeah.
Suicide Squad filming, that was, you can't really achieve anything by, like, harassing your castmates.
I can't understand what he was thinking.
Yeah, and he played Mark Chapman, but his own music is garbage.
Have you heard a lot of 30 Seconds to Mars?
Yeah, I have heard a lot of it. It's garbage.
Good to know.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move to the topic that you picked, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so would you agree with me with the fact that the best rap music was done in the 90s?
Yeah, I have to admit, even though I'm not as hardcore rap fan as you are, but
yeah, I know, but still, there was these two record labels that were dominating the scene back then.
Yeah, there were.
The other one was Bad Boy Records, and they had Biggie.
Yeah.
Which, already like puts them at like pretty much near the top.
Yeah.
Because Biggie is one of the goats, He is. But then this other label that was founded, I think, a little before Bad Boy, or about the same time.
1991.
Yeah.
I think it was the year.
Yeah. And I'm, of course, referring to Death Row Records.
Yeah, that's true.
Founded by Dr. Dre, Suge Knight, and a couple of others.
Yeah.
So what happened was that Dr. Dre was getting fed up with Eazy-E and especially, Jerry Heller telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Not paying them their royalties and, just being overall very scummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he thought that if he were to make his own label, at least like move to a better label, they would look much better and he would get paid actually, like the amount that he deserves.
Yeah, some money at least.
There was this dude, Marion Suge Knight, who was he was a bodyguard before, doing some bodyguard work.
Yeah, big guy.
Yeah, and he was already like insinuating to Dre that they should like do something together.
Yeah,
and that's how Death Row Records was born.
And it became huge.
Yeah. I think at first they had like Dre and these R&B singers Michelle and Jewel, like the artists, and the DOC, of course.
Oh yeah,
and who also was from the NWA camp. you know.
And I think was also one of the founders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Even though they never ended up releasing anything from him, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he never released anything under the Death Row Records label. But anyways, they started with the Chronic, which was Dr. Dre's first solo album. He only has 3 at like to this day, just 3. But the Chronic, which already has a classic status today.
Yeah, and I read somewhere that it's been sold over 5 million copies worldwide or something like that.
I think it was along with Snoop's Doggy Style and of course Tupac's All Eyes on Me, the most well sold, like all of the records by Death Row.
Yeah, those 3 were the...
Yeah, and of course the soundtracks, but
yeah.
we'll go on to those later. But anyways, there was some rivalry between Bad Boy and Death Row, but it wasn't anything serious at first.
Yeah.
And then, of course, then they struck a deal with whoever made the film Deep Cover. I haven't actually seen the film.
Me neither, but
even though I've heard the title song many times, 1A7 on Undercover Cop, with Dr. Dre producing the beat and rapping, and of course young Snoop Dogg at his first time appearing on an album, or a single, and then they signed also Snoop to the label, and he came up with Doggy Style record, which
Doggy
also
Style,
93. I think the Chronic is 92 and 93 is Doggy Style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also where you heard these other dudes, 2 dudes, by the way, for the first time, Daz and Corrupt from the Dog Pound.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I think Corrupt was hospitalized just I think a few weeks ago or something. It wasn't long ago. He's on the road to recovery by now, but I think it was he had some health issues.
Okay.
So let's wish a
all
fast
the best.
recovery. To Corrupt. And they were featured on the record for the first time. And the Lady of Rage also, the female rapper. They had 2 female singers and 1 female rapper at first.
Yeah.
Then the Dog Pound put out their record. I think that also sold 3 or 4 million too.
Yeah, there's a lot of records that sold millions of copies.
Yeah, and the soundtracks were something that I'm not sure if Bad Boy ever did a soundtrack, but these guys did a lot of soundtracks.
Yeah,
because Suge knew that there was money in soundtracks. And Above the Rim, of course, we actually featured Tupac as a cast member, and they made that was the first time that Suge was I think he spoke to Tupac for the first time, and said if you come record a song on the soundtrack and I'll give you $50K. Would you like that? At that time, Tupac was not the household name yet.
At that time.
And but I think he declined joining Death Row because he had some legal issues.
Okay.
But that was the only reason.
Yeah.
They just put out so much stuff. Those multi-platinum records, those were a shitload of those, and at least 3 or 4 soundtracks in just a couple of years.
Yeah, and I read that Murder Was the Case soundtrack sold only in USA 2 million copies.
Yeah.
And when you think about soundtracks, it's really good.
Yeah, that sold very, very well. Back then, soundtracks were a bigger deal than they are now. I think they don't exist in the same, same way the people actually bought soundtracks.
Yeah, I started to think that back then the soundtracks were like more important.
Yeah, and films too.
Yeah,
People actually went to see
movies.
the films.
Yeah,
Other films too than just Marvel and DC and
like nowadays.
superhero flicks.
Yeah.
Really interesting, But yeah, the murder was the case. That also one of the reasons that Death Row was so successful and popular was the fact that they actually like embraced the controversies. Like Snoop Dogg was accused of murder.
Yeah.
So they came up with a record called "Murder Was the Case."
Yeah.
And he was freed of the charges, and he was a free man, and they celebrated that. And again, the soundtrack sold very well.
Yeah.
And they put out some compilations too, and also the soundtracks had a decent mix of an equal mix of hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
So they could use like all of their artists, because they had also the male singer Danny Boy, who usually had like at least 1 or 2 tracks on the record.
Okay.
And then you have like a Michelle track, like very mellow, like something to do with love.
Oh, of course.
Very much love-related lyrics. And then you have something like J-Flex or Superfly or the Dog Pound just going full on gangster.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the soundtracks are still very good. And of course, eventually Tupac did end up signing on Death Row.
Oh, and made
millions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You could always argue that was that a wise choice of him to join the label?
But at that time, maybe he saw the chance.
Yeah, and it was the opportunity of a lifetime, because it was a much bigger and better label, because Death Row, they had all sorts of great acts. Bad Boy had Biggie.
Yeah.
they had, for example, Craig Mack. No one knows about Craig Mack anymore, because he was at first supposed to be like a really big deal.
Oh, really? Yeah. Because still I think I've ever heard that guy.
Yeah. And of course they had the Junior Mafia clique.
Ah, yeah.
But I don't know much about those guys. I have heard them like on features and stuff, but I think they had Biggie, and that was for a huge deal. The best Bad Boy records are the Biggie ones.
Yeah.
It's just it's a cold proven fact.
Yeah.
And then of course eventually it escalated into the East Coast West Coast beef, and of course Death Row and Bad Boy are always associated with the beef, because Tupac was on the West Coast and Biggie was on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's true.
And they were beefing hard. Eventually, it led to both their murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I can kind of understand where Tupac was coming from. I think he kind of felt invincible.
Yeah.
Because he was with Suge. And he beat up this, I can't remember if it was a Crip or a Blood, but Orlando Anderson,
I remember that guy, but
he beat up that guy, and the same night he got killed.
Yeah, and those murders was it wasn't a death punch to those labels, but eventually it affected that.
Yeah, Suge actually had a real cheap gimmick after he lost Dre, Snoop, and Tupac, and even Lady of Rage. I think Daz stuck around, and he made some beats.
Yeah.
Daz Dillinger, he's still one of I think he was the best producer for Death Row. And even better than Dre, in my opinion.
Okay.
But and Corrupt, I think he was for some time he was also around. But Suge tried to find replacements for them, and that's where things went really south, you know.
No, I think that was a very successful move.
Yeah, he actually like completely replaced them. There was this Tupac clone called The Realist, which is a very ironic name when you think about that he was a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Snoop clone was called Top Dog.
Oh, yeah. I started to think, what was the name? But Top Dog.
Yeah, Snoop had a song called Snoopafella, so Top Dog had a song called Cinderfella, you know. By the way, one of the reasons that I actually always had, in the first place, had much more respect for Suge than for Diddy.
Yeah.
Because Suge never actually took part in recording of the actual songs. He's not on there moaning and, you know.
Oh, yeah, he stayed like in the background.
No, he's not, you know, moaning on the records like this, like ruining each song with his dumbass voice. No, the only time I can actually remember Suge being a part, they actually made, just to piss Dre off, they made the compilation called Chronic 2000. And there I can hear Suge on the intro track talking.
Yeah.
But after that, it starts with a stretch verse. And I think he replaced the Lady of Rage with a lady called VK.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was air quotes, as good as a replacement as Top Dog and The Realist.
Of course.
Yeah. And it didn't work out. They put out some stuff, a Christmas record, which is actually pretty good though.
Yeah, I've heard that.
We spoke about that on the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a couple of decent tracks. All of the compilations, they have some good stuff too. But it's not just the same. It kind of like came crumbling down, but it just took a little longer. You know?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, did you know that in 2006 they were going bankruptcy?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah, first time, yeah.
I think someone bought it in like 2009 because then they put out a box set.
Yeah, 2009. I can't remember. It was it was something.
Yeah, and they actually like open up the vaults, you know, where there's like 1 million unreleased Tupac songs.
Yeah.
But there was also one music video that they haven't put out yet, which was called "Smoking on Blunts and Drinking Tanquerays."
Okay.
Which had like unseen footage by Dre and Corrupt and Lady of Rage. It was just nothing new. They bought the stuff.
Yeah.
The whole label, but they actually didn't release. I'm not sure if they released anything new.
Yeah.
But if I think Snoop owns it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in 2022 actually Snoop bought the.
Yeah, and one thing if he wants to like his reputation nowadays is a little questionable. He hasn't put out anything decent music-wise in a long time.
No, I really like the Snoop Lion era.
Yeah, that's the goated one.
Yeah.
That was a successor story for anyone involved. So, but if he ever wanted to please the fans.
Yeah.
There's actually, I think, at least one unreleased MC Hammer record, because he was also a part of the original Death Row label.
Yeah.
And Sam Snead album is still unreleased. I think he has the master tapes.
Okay, so there are albums that we wait to.
Yeah, he has the master tapes, but instead of releasing them, he just masturbates, you know, and that's what I don't like about him. Yeah. And he's been wearing a MAGA hat recently, so. Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Well, not a hat, but I think it was some
Oh yeah,
in the
now that I remember, yeah.
something to do with Trump, anyways. And that's I don't really get it. Why did 50 go with him? Snoop went with him. Yeah.
All those guys.
Yeah, I doubt Tupac would have have anything to do with Donald Trump.
I don't think so too. Yeah.
But Snoop was always, he was a little shady because he was always like playing in. We have an expression in Finnish that playing in both bags.
Ah, yeah. Pelaa niinku molempiin pusseihin.
Yeah, like two camps. He was in both camps, and. I actually first thought it was that he wanted to just like stay in touch with because he was cool with Biggie.
Yeah,
he was cool with Pac. But I think he was just trying to like benefit from both of them.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think he loves the
Yeah, but overall, what I think is very admirable about Death Row is that I'm not sure if Suge actually went to any business school or anything like.
I don't think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, but he started this empire that put out like at least 4 records that I think are like bona fide classics in hip hop still today.
Still today, yeah.
Yeah, and that's and not even talking about the soundtracks that also like sold millions.
And
like multi-million.
Yeah, and I remember when I read about this, it was in their golden time. They made like 100 million annually.
Yeah,
and when you think about nowadays that amount of money,
yeah,
it's a pretty good
deal.
Yeah,
it's a lot of bag,
Yeah, but
but then I also read that Suge had a problem of paying, his players that the amounts that they deserved. He just kept bringing them like wads of dough. Like one at a time instead of like putting on their bank accounts like the millions that he owed them, and that's why. Well, Suge is doing time, so.
Yeah, actually, he's been almost 8 years actually now.
Yeah, Diddy's he's a vile, disgusting human being, but Suge is he also had this time. A method of resolving problems with using a lot of violence, That's the way he got, Dre and the others out of the Easy and Jerry Heller deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like strong-armed them into like submission.
And maybe he thought that he would be always invincible.
Yeah, which turned out not to be the case, both for Tupac and Suge.
Yeah.
But I still think the Death Row Records is the greatest label of all time because I love all of those records, especially the Dog Pound one. And I can't wait to receive in the mail my copy of Dog Food, which finally came out as like a repress. I'm not sure if it was actually Death Row, by the way, but some label did put it out. And that's, I just want to express my complete gratitude to whoever who did that. Yeah, it's a cultural phenomenon, and I only had it on like cassette tape, and tapes aren't forever.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to, we recommended the John Lennon ones. I would recommend any one of those records if you want to hear like golden age hip hop. Dr. Dre with The Chronic, Snoop Dogg with Doggy Style, The Dog Pound with Dog Food, and especially, that started the whole hip-hop double album trend.
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me by Tupac.
Of course.
And the Machiavelli album, which was originally supposed to be like just a mixtape, and it's for a mixtape, it's the best mixtape ever, so.
So there are records.
Yeah, highly recommend for everyone.
That you should go and listen.
Yeah, that's right. And I think this wraps up our episode of Voice Pollution podcast.
I think so too.
It's a nice episode, by the way. This went really well. Although
after all,
the blackout at the end was that was my bad. So I apologize in advance for anyone listening to this. It won't happen the next time. I usually don't use notes, but now that I'm actually like more wise about this experience, I will write it down next time.
At least something.
Yeah. So see you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.